Hey guys, SpongeFriends56 here, and I am back on YouTube, but there are going to be some major changes. No longer will I record myself playing with toys and Legos. I am also done filming gaming videos with my tablet. From this point forward, this channel will be based entirely on a brand new series, called School Daze. School Daze is about me and my friend Trent Boyett surviving through our school life, starting with 7th grade. Oh, and my name is Tom Connolly. Just so you know, this is not the first episode, this is everything you need to know before the series. It's basically a story of how Trent Boyett ended up in my school to begin with. This is School Daze, the origin story. This is Trent Boyett. He is from the South Park episode Preschool. If you're a true South Park fan, you'd already know his story. If not, let me tell you.
Tom, get that camera out of my face.
Okay, sorry. Okay, due to copyright laws, I can't show you videos, so instead, I will tell you this part of the story in a slideshow. Anyway, when Trent was in preschool, his classmates Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny were playing firemen. Eventually, they decided to start a real fire, so they told Trent to do it. After Trent started the fire, the 4 boys tried using their wieners as fire hoses to put out the fire, but to no avail. When their teacher Miss Claridge tried to put out the fire, she ended up catching on fire herself. The authorities were then called and Miss Claridge was sent to the hospital. Trent tried to tell the police that the fire was caused by Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny, but they blamed it on him. Trent was then sent to juvie for 5 years. 5 years later, Trent Boyett was released from juvenile hall. After his release, Trent was set on getting his revenge on the boys for framing him. The boys were terrified. First, he went after Butters, who he gave a Polish bike ride, causing the boys to freak out even more. They tried getting help from the 6th graders, who wanted a picture of Stan's mom's boobs in return. After the boys gave them a quote-unquote picture, they went after him. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, as Trent Boyett outsmarted all of them. After that, they tried to give Shelly's help, but she wanted them to confess what they did in Miss Claridge first. The boys were about to tell the truth when Trent showed up. As Trent was approaching them, Cartman tried to tase him, but he missed and hit Miss Claridge's wheelchair, which crashed into a building, causing another fire. History repeated itself as Trent was blamed for the incident, and was once again sent to juvenile hall for another 5 years. Well, that's about it for this part of the story. Now it's time for the main part. A few years later, an evil organization attacked Bikini Bottom. They said they'd spare the citizens' lives if they sent one person to my middle school. Patrick was the chosen one. 6th grade was terrible for me and Patrick. We had this mean teacher named Miss Baker. She would always nag and punish us for no reason. We hated her so much. In case you were wondering who the platypus is, that's my childhood best friend Willie. He was allergic to bread, which Patrick always fed him. That eventually killed him. Also, he would always get into conflicts with his classmates, especially my friend Kelly, who would always yell at him for harming her brothers. This mostly occurred on the van. Despite this, he still had friends, such as me, David, and Reynaldo. David is the one with the messy hair, and Reynaldo is the one with the blue hoodie. Near the end of our 6th grade year, Patrick and SpongeBob meet Finn the human in the cast of South Park, who tell him that the system for the school sacrifice was hacked. The hacker was none other than Scott Tenorman. With the Special Swim Olympics coming up, Patrick decides to challenge him to a swim race. If Patrick won, he wouldn't have to go to school, and Scott would have to take his place. Fortunately, Patrick won the swim race. A frustrated Scott tried to kill Patrick, only to get sent to hell by Jesus. Patrick was happy when 6th grade ended, because he didn't have to come back next year, but he wasn't the only one leaving. Miss Baker and Reynaldo moved to Virginia around the same time. We never saw them again after that. Oh, and you're probably thinking, hey, what did this story have to do with Trent? Well, Trent was Scott's henchman, and since Scott was in hell, Trent was the only one left to replace Patrick. Well, that's the origin story. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. The first episode should be out soon, so stay tuned. For reals this time, thanks for watching, see you in the next video.